Would you like to see me create an impressionist painting tribute of an American icon? I'm talking about Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Just watch. Please remember, if you watch my videos and you like them, please hit like. If you really like them, subscribe to my channel. It's free. And if you think I got something good, share it with a friend. And hit the bell so you can get weekly notifications when my new videos come out. Alright, moving on to R.B.G. Ruth Bader Ginsburg became the second female justice of the United States Supreme Court. Born in 1933 in Brooklyn, New York, Bader taught at Rutgers University Law School and then Columbia, where she became its first female tenured professor. She served as the director of the Women's Rights Project of the American Civil Liberties Union during the 70s and was appointed to the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia in 1980. Named to the United States Supreme Court in 1993 by President Bill Clinton, she continued to argue for gender equality in such cases as United States versus Virginia. Unfortunately, she died September 18, 2020, due to complications from pancreatic cancer. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about the painting. This painting went through about 3 or 4 changes. I think if I had stopped at any one of the times, I would have had a painting. But it seems like once I got to one part of the painting, it was always something different that I wanted to do or I wanted to try. And I'm very happy with my end results. Now I just want to tell people, I'm not a photorealist. You might as well say I'm a spiritual painter. I try to capture the essence, a feeling of the subject that I'm doing. And with this painting, it at the very end, it got to really be touch, and I was painting with my fingers and I was into that tactilic feeling of the paint on the canvas. Now, in early life, her husband Martin had contracted testicular cancer in 1956, which required intensive treatment and rehabilitation. Ginsburg attended to her young daughter and convalescing husband, taking notes for him while she continued her own law studies. Her husband Martin recovered, graduated from law school, and he accepted a position at a New York law firm. Ginsburg transferred from Columbia Law School to join her husband, where she was elected to the school's law review. She graduated first in her class in 1959. Despite her outstanding academic record, however, Ginsburg continued to encounter gender discrimination while seeking employment after graduation. After clerking for the U.S. District Judge Edmund L. Palmieri, she taught at Rutgers University Law School from 1963 to 1972 and at Columbia from 72 to 80, where she became the school's first female tenured professor. During the 1970s, she also served as the director of the Women's Rights Project of the American Civil Liberties Union, for which she argued 6 landmark cases on gender equality before the United States Supreme Court. However, she also believed that the law was gender blind and all groups were entitled to equal rights. One of the 5 cases she won before the Supreme Court involved a portion of the Social Security Act that favored women over men because it granted certain benefits to widows, but not widowers. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter appointed Ruth Bader Ginsburg to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. She served there until she was appointed to the United States Supreme Court in 1993 by President Bill Clinton, selected to fill the seat vacated by Justice Byron White. President Clinton wanted a replacement with the intellect and political skills to deal with more conservative members of the court. The Senate Judiciary Committee hearings were unusually friendly, despite frustration expressed by some senators over Ginsburg's evasive answers to hypothetical situations. Several expressed concerns on how could she transition from social advocate to Supreme Court justice. In the end, she was easily confirmed by the Senate 96-3. Ginsburg became the court's 2nd female justice, as well as the 1st Jewish female justice. As a judge, Ginsburg was considered part of the Supreme Court's moderate liberal bloc, presenting a strong voice in favor of gender equality and women's rights, and the rights of workers, and the separation of church and state. In 1996, Ginsburg wrote the Supreme Court's landmark decision in the United States versus Virginia, which held that the state-supported Virginia Military Institute could not refuse to admit women. In 1999, she won the American Bar Association's Thurgood Marshall Award for her contributions to gender equality and civil rights. Despite her reputation for restrained writing, she gathered considerable attention for her dissenting opinion in the case of Bush versus Gore, which effectively decided the 2000 presidential election between George W. Bush and Al Gore. Objecting to the court's majority opinion favoring Bush, Ginsburg deliberately and subtly concluded her decision with the words, "I dissent," a signature departure from the tradition of including the adverb respectfully. She continues to promote women's rights from the High Court and will undoubtedly play a pivotal role in many controversial cases in the future. One last thing was something that she wrote about her husband. And on June 27th, 1910, Ruth Bader Ginsburg's husband, Martin, he died of cancer. She described Martin as her biggest booster and the only young man I dated who cared that I had a brain. R.B.G. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We salute you. You are a hero. You are an icon. You have led the good fight. We know you tried to hold on. And we also know the pains that you endured must have been unbelievable. We thank you. We will miss you. And above all, we love you, R.B.G.
The true hearts that loved the King shall come, come again.